So many times these kind of events also allow you to realize you're not alone, which then when you go out into the world, you can realize that there are people like you. It begins to reprogram that belief system. Okay? So, now the next phase, all right? Lots of phases in this first session. So the next phase is, how many of you saw that type form quiz that I emailed everybody? Some of you filled it out, some of you didn't. It's all good. I did get feedback from it though, and what I did is I had someone write it in really nice handwriting on the whiteboard. And basically, there was we don't have to, I'm just kind of like showing these as examples. These were some of the challenges that were coming up. These are just some examples of them. Kind of see if any of these pop out at you as you read them. Fear of being seen, feeling stuck on a hamster wheel of past experiences. How many of you felt like, it's kind of like, you know the information, you've seen the YouTube videos, but something keeps pulling you back to the past?
Yeah.
Anyone ever felt like that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a pattern that's very common. And what we're going to be looking at is the ways in which many of these challenges are on autopilot. So whether it's struggles with boundaries, how many of you feel like you sometimes struggle with setting boundaries?
Yep. Yeah.
Any of you feel like you have a tendency to attract people you feel like you need to fix? Any of you? Yeah. Negative self-talk, having a self-inner critic that is like, is very hard on yourself, right? Overwhelmed, scattered focus, fear and anxiety, codependency and anxious attachment styles. These are all different patterns that people may have that you want to let go of, you want to release, you want to become aware of and let go of. And the thing with all of this is that in some way, all of these challenges were forms of familiar patterns that we're taking on earlier in life as a coping mechanism to get your needs met. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So if, as a kid, you felt you weren't enough being just you the way you are, if you did not feel seen, if you did not feel heard, if you did not feel soothed or nurtured growing up, you may have subconsciously thought, who do I need to be to ease the tension in my family? Who do I need to be to get mom and dad's approval? Who do I need to be, etc., etc., etc. And part of it is, who do I need to be so that I can feel safe? These are all survival emotions. You guys see that? These are survival emotions that, these are things that are on survival that says for me to get by, these are patterns that are in place to keep me being who everyone else wants me to be alive. So the people pleaser or the fixer may be an identity that's keeping you against the tension of people that maybe wouldn't approve of you being a certain way. Maybe fixing is also an energy that allows you to rescue other people because subconsciously there's a desire to rescue mom and dad. Because the belief is that if I can fix mom or dad, I can get them to love me. And if I get them to, if I can do that, then my needs will be met. So very often these patterns, I just want you to become aware. First off, these are all patterns. They're not who you are. You're an eternal spiritual being living a temporary human experience. And these patterns are not who you are. You've simply identified with them. Took them on out of a lack of awareness as a kid. Absorbing like a sponge these subconscious beliefs of your environment. So, with that being said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open it up to some questions and answers. And if you have a question about, let's keep the first part of the session, maybe quite a few of you I saw raise your hand for people pleaser, fixing.